So this rant is about cyclists, people riding their bikes. And just, I want to set the record straight. I don't hate people who ride bikes. I'm actually pretty accepting and accommodating towards people who, for example, use their bike as their form of transportation to get around the city or the town. And you know, I think it's cool. I've even owned a bike in the past. I don't own a bike currently, but I'm not anti-bike. I'm not anti-cyclist. But there is one specific subgenre of cyclists that I can't stand these people. And I'm talking about these dudes, and it's almost always dudes. I'm sure there's a few women that do this too, but it's almost always dudes that I see that are causing the major problems in this area. You know, they throw on their spandex, their multicolored bicycling outfits, they're on their like road bikes, and instead of like trying to stay on roads where it actually makes sense, they're actually on the worst possible roads you can find. To be specific here, I live in the Philadelphia suburbs, the western suburbs of Philadelphia. And there's a lot of like rural, windy roads here that a lot of people use. A lot of people are driving their cars on. And they're extremely twisty roads. They're just not appropriate bicycling roads, not at all. And what happens is these guys on these bikes will get on these roads and they're going super slow. These are roads that have speed limits of like, you know, usually 35 or 40 miles per hour. These guys on these bicycles are going extremely slow and causing even more traffic. But not only the traffic, they're also a major hazard because people are then eventually going to try to get around them. But there's like, these roads twist and turn, and there's people that turn out of side streets that are coming onto these roads, and they're just completely inappropriate places to be riding a bicycle. Now there's all kinds of places you can go around here. I'm like 10 minutes from Valley Forge National Historic Park. There are miles of roads there that if you're a cyclist you could go on, and you could just stick to wide open roads like that. There are trails here. There are long trails that you can go to and ride your bike. Miles and miles of trails. Now, granted, maybe some of these cyclists are making their way to these roads, but the ones who are choosing to go on the worst possible back rural roads that are all twisty and turny, those people are douchebags, because the traffic around here is bad enough. There's enough people that live around here and that are driving. When everyone is in a car and doing the speed limit or close to the speed limit, when you have people that are doing like 10, 15 miles per hour on these things, because they go up and down hills too. So when they're going downhill, maybe they're approaching the same speed as a car. But when they're struggling to climb up these twisty, turny hills, they're going slow. And it shows that these people believe they're the center of the universe, and that they can inconvenience dozens upon dozens of people who have the misfortune of getting behind them. So again, I don't hate all cyclists. I actually think that having a bicycle is a great form of transportation. If you're using it as part of your commute to and from work, or to go to do errands around town, but there's a time and a place. And these twisty turny back roads that you're on your bicycle just because it's your hobby, it's bullshit. Stop doing it.